Congratulations on becoming a new Subaru Forester owner, and welcome to the Subaru of Wakefield family. Before you get started on your first ever journey with your new Subaru Forester, why don't we take a good look at this vehicle, check out all the awesome features it has, so that you're ready to take on the open road. Now before we get started, don't forget to take advantage of our great service and parts department. And if you have any questions, our sales team is here for you. And finally, for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's check out the Subaru Forester. Under the hood, the engine bay for the Boxer 4-cylinder engine offers a clean and convenient design, with the oil, coolant, windshield washer, and brake fluid reservoirs all being highlighted with yellow caps. Even better, everything of importance is placed on the right side of the engine, so if you need to quickly change the oil or windshield cleaner, you can easily identify and focus on the task at hand and be back on the road. The fuel requirement for all Forester models is 87 octane, and when you pull up to a gas station, simply unlock the vehicle, press down on the fuel door, and you're ready to fill up your car. Stepping inside, all Forester models will be equipped with tilt and telescopic steering columns to help you find the most comfortable position when behind the wheel. For all Forester owners with a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, all your controls can be found on the lower left side, allowing you to find the ideal seating position. The driver's side will also have power adjustable lumbar support, and for owners of the touring trim, a 2-position driver memory seat is perfect for owners with more than one driver in the family. For passengers, all trims excluding the touring will have 4-way manually adjustable seats, but if you're the owner of a touring model, they will have 8-way power adjustability for added convenience. Looking over to the door controls, you'll find a switch for your power adjustable side mirrors, your lock and unlock buttons, and your power windows, with the front being one touch up and down. On the left side of the steering column, you're going to notice 2 rows of buttons, and if your Forester is a premium trim, for example, most will be unlabeled except for your auto start stop feature. On models such as the Touring, going from left to right, the first button will be your power tailgate. Press once to open and twice to close. Next will be your steering responsive headlights, which we recommend keeping on for additional safety at night or in adverse weather. Next, you can program your rear tailgate memory height with the 3rd button on the top row. Continuing on, your vehicle dynamics control, auto start stop, blind spot detection and rear cross traffic alert, and driver focus can all be turned on or off from this row. Most likely, you'd want to keep these on for safety and peace of mind. Lastly, you'll also notice a dial on the far right, which will adjust illumination brightness for the instrument panel. Moving over to your leather-wrapped steering wheel, let's start off with the buttons mounted on the lower left side. By using the up and down arrow keys, you can scroll through a variety of information from your digital display, which can be found in between your analog gauges. Here you can monitor your fuel efficiency, tire pressure, and your digital speedometer. But more importantly, you're given the ability to scroll through vehicle and general settings, which can be accessed by pulling and holding the switch labeled Information and Set. Many of the settings you can turn off or on and customize can be done more conveniently on the touchscreen. And for better demonstration, we'll check out these features when we take a look at the infotainment system. Mounted on the upper left side are buttons that control your radio presets and volume. By pressing source, you can change from AM and FM, and optional would be the Sirius satellite radio. We'll get into the functionality of the info button in a minute when we take a look at the multi-information display. And of course, you'll have your hands-free calling buttons through Bluetooth connectivity. On the right side of the steering wheel, here you'll find the adaptive cruise control settings, lane centering, and distance control. The 2 buttons labeled S and I are your different drive modes, Intelligent and Sport, which both affect throttle response and steering responsiveness. If your Forester is equipped with a heated steering wheel, that switch can be found on the lower right side of the wheel. And then behind the steering wheel, you'll find the trip reset button. The multi-information display that sits above the infotainment system will differ on some trims for the Forester. For owners of a premium trim, you'll get a digital clock which can be set manually or automatically synced when plugging in your smartphone, a digital readout of fuel efficiency numbers, and outside temperature. For most Forester owners, the 6.3-inch display goes far more in depth, providing turn-by-turn navigation, interior climate control temperature, outside weather, and more importantly, your eyesight driver assist technologies, which we're going to primarily focus on. Some Forester owners will have a built-in facial recognition software that'll memorize seating and outside mirror positions. By pressing down on the info button that can be found on the steering wheel, you can now access your driver monitoring system, and from here, you can register up to 5 users. These users can be individually deleted so their personal preferences are not permanently programmed in the Forester. From this menu, you can also schedule annual maintenance and set reminders for when it's time to change the oil and tires. By scrolling through this multi-information display using the info button, you can monitor your eyesight driver assist technologies, and as we discussed earlier, many of these systems can be turned off by pressing the buttons to the left of the steering column. For the infotainment system, you'll either have a 6 or 8-inch touchscreen. Both will come standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, whereas the major difference with the 8-inch touchscreen will be the availability of onboard navigation and the upgraded Harman Kardon premium audio system. There will be quick access buttons below, which will get you to your desired menus if you prefer not using the touchscreen at all times. You'll notice that as you swipe to the left, the menu is less populated by icons. You can add new shortcuts, and by pressing down on those icons, you can rearrange them or delete them by dragging the shortcut to the bottom of the screen. There will be a variety of different settings you can customize and turn on or off. From the General tab, most of your infotainment settings can be accessed here, such as screen brightness, home screen shortcuts, Wi-Fi, and also setting how much time the rear backup camera is engaged after putting your Forester in drive after reversing. Next will be sound and volume settings, and for your vehicle settings, here you can set date and time, interior light duration, and the defogger, which can all be set on the digital display between the analog gauges. As we work our way down towards the center console, all Foresters will have the climate control dials and buttons below the touchscreen. All trims will have a button on the dials which turns on your heated side mirrors, which will be useful during the winter. For the center console, an electronic parking brake and auto vehicle hold switches will be found on the left side of your X mode dial. Speaking of X mode, all Forester models will be equipped with this terrain management system that activates hill descent control to make going off-road or in deep snow much easier and safer. For sport, limited, and touring owners, when X mode is engaged, steering direction, vehicle angle, and power distribution will all be displayed on your multi-information display. And to the right of the rotary dial, you'll find the 2-level heated seat switches for the front seats. As we take a look at the back, the rear seats are a 60-40 split, with release knobs conveniently located within arm's reach. By lifting the knobs, the seats will fold quickly and easily. If equipped on your Forester, release latches will be located on either side of the cargo area for an efficient and effortless expansion of rear cargo room. Passengers in the back will get 2 rear air vents with a dial in the middle controlling airflow. But some Forester models will have 2-level heated outboard seats to keep passengers warm in the winter. Available on the premium trim and above is the power tailgate, and if equipped, the button which automatically closes the rear hatch will be located on the inside of the tailgate. As we wrap up, we hope this virtual walkaround was helpful in getting you acclimated with your new Subaru. And now that we've gone over everything, it's time to turn on your Forester and hit the open road. Once again, congratulations on your new Subaru Forester. Stay safe, enjoy, and thank you for choosing Subaru of Wakefield.